He raised his voice at me like I was a stranger. My own wife stood there, silent. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get worse, she pulled me aside, looked straight into my eyes, and whispered, "You." What she said next changed everything. Stick around till the end. This story is deeper than you think. It was a Friday evening. Rain tapped lightly on the windows as I set the table for dinner. My wife Alina had invited her best friend over, someone she had known for over a decade. His name was Rayon. I never really liked Rayon, not because I was insecure, but because there was something off, too familiar, too comfortable. Every laugh they shared felt like a little needle to my chest. That night, he arrived with a bottle of wine, flowers for her, not for us, and that confident smirk I had grown to hate. We all sat down. At first it was light talk, work, old memories, travel plans, but the air felt tight. The smiles were forced, at least mine were. Then, as the meal went on, he joked about something deeply personal, something Alina once told him, about me. He laughed. She chuckled nervously. I froze. My stomach twisted. I said, "That's not funny." He replied, "Relax, man, just a joke." But it wasn't, and he knew it. I pushed my chair back and stood up. The room fell quiet. I looked at him, really looked. The way he leaned back, smirking like he had some kind of hold. I asked, "Why do you think it's okay to mock me in my own home?" He shrugged. "Because we're friends, right? We can joke." Alina's eyes darted between us. I wanted her to say something, to stop him. But I didn't. My voice rose. "You're not just some guest. You cross lines you shouldn't, and she lets you." That hit hard. Rayon stood up too. His tone shifted. "Maybe if you weren't so insecure, you wouldn't see threats where there aren't any." I stepped forward. She stepped between us. "Enough," she shouted. "Both of you, stop it." The tension was sharp. My heart pounded. That's when she pulled me aside. We stepped into the hallway. Her voice was soft, but her face was tight. With emotion, she whispered, "You don't understand the bond we share. Rayan was there for me when no one else was. Before you. He helped me survive the darkest times." I stared at her. "But I'm your husband. You're supposed to protect." "Me too." Tears welled in her eyes. "I do. I try. But sometimes, I feel stuck between two parts of my past and present. I love you, but I can't erase him from my life." I couldn't believe what I was hearing, so I have to accept being disrespected, just because he was there first. She didn't answer. Her silence said more than any words could. That night, I slept on the couch. My mind ran wild. I thought about how often she smiled at his texts, how she never once asked me how I felt about their closeness. In the morning, I found her crying in the kitchen. Her coffee was untouched. She looked up. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I just didn't know how deep the wound had gotten." I sat beside her. "Do you love him?" Her eyes widened. "No, not like that. But there's a comfort I feel around him that I can't explain. My chest felt hollow. And what about us? She reached for my hand. That's why I'm still here. Because with you, I have something real. But I've been unfair, haven't I? Nodded. Days passed. She canceled plans with Rayon. Things grew distant between them. I could see it was hurting her, but she was trying. For me. One evening, she sat beside me and whispered. I told him we need space. For us to heal. I was surprised. Did he agree? She nodded slowly. He didn't understand, but he respected it. We spent the next few weeks talking, really talking, about our fears, our dreams, our marriage, and for the first time, in a long time, I saw her not as someone divided between two worlds, but as someone finally choosing us. I asked her once, that night, when you said you don't understand, what did you mean to say after that? She smiled softly and replied, I meant to say, you don't understand how much I need you, even when I don't show it well. Her words stitched something inside me that had been torn. Love isn't about winning arguments. It's about understanding the parts of each other we haven't yet healed. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it.